Have you seen that replay, buddy?
All right, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me. You're right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Dana! 60 G's, baby! But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
Ele tem nothing. Ele tem nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we're back with another prediction show this weekend, man. My bro Cross is over here with us right now. You see what I did there, right? Yeah, man. Cross is over here with us. Yeah, we're here tonight, and as you can see, we don't have Jordan or Magdalene available. Family emergencies, as you know, but we down here to give you the prediction show, people. And right about now, actually, McDane's going to join us real soon. I'm just getting a massive message. McDane is going to join us real soon, people.
Okay.
Just starting without him, but he's going to be here in with us. Salute to everybody that's locked in right now. Everybody that's locked in with us. Big up every single one of you, man. You guys are the reason why we do this every single week. Big up on yourself. Okay, Cross. We've seen the build up to this card. It's kind of crazy when you look at the journey that Colby's had, got the interim belt to where he is now, to now being fed to a hungry lion like Buckley that's just coming up. I mean, it's crazy how this MMA cycle works, doesn't it, brother?
Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy just to think, man. Colby Covington's fought for the title multiple times, and now he's got to defend his spot against the young lion, as you said. And I mean, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, man. It's a decent card to close the year, you know, happening in Tampa over there in Florida. Without further ado, let me ask you, apart from the main event, is there any bout on this whole card? A single one that you're looking forward to, especially?
Well, I would say there's somebody in particular I'm looking forward to, and that's Joel Alvarez. I think the guy has so much talent, so much ability, and he's massive for the weight class, and nobody really talks about him. And the guy's so dangerous, and I just can see it now. Like, if he gets a win tomorrow, let's say the UFC want to do that card in Spain, like Ilia Topuria could be like the main event, and then you get Joel Alvarez on the main card at some point. I think the guy's very dangerous everywhere.
Yeah, that's what's up. Big up everybody that I'm seeing right here on the screen. The City Life Project. Big up yourself, Scott Young. Salute to you. We got Leroy there. We got Vincent Roberts, Chris Gray. Salute to you. Thank you very much for pulling up. And people, as you keep rolling, make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're following the names rolling across your screen right now. We got the Rambling Dad making the walk. We got S-Dogs MMA. We got Crossover MMA right here. We got MMA Anomaly. These are all our brethren that really rock with us. You know what I mean? So make sure you're showing love and jumping over to their platform and subscribing over there. The one that I'm really looking forward to, Adrian Yanez. You know what I mean? This brother is, up until recent, especially when he ended up in front of Rob Font. He had a smooth sailing, he had it going well, but Rob Font really kind of took it back a little bit. But I think he's trying to get his stride back. I want to see how he makes that improvement. But Adrian Yanez is definitely a brother that I really fuck with, man. You know what I mean? Especially from down south over there in Houston. Salute to all them Houston brothers over there, but big up to all those brothers down there. All right. The first fight on the docket. Let's get down to the slides. This one here. Okay. Oh, Leroy always does this shit. Hit me with a curveball with this one, man. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second, people.
Yep.
Let me get this coming off the screen so I can really get round to, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got
Leroy got you.
Knudsen versus Rodriguez. He definitely he definitely got me, man. Oh my god, he got me good and proper, man. We got Knudsen versus Rodriguez. Rodriguez coming in with a record of 9-2, and we got hold on, we got Knudsen fighting with a record of 8-0. Knudsen fighting out of Sweden, and we've got Per Rodriguez fighting out of Venezuela. This fight is happening in the strawweight division, people. We don't have the live odds right here, but I will come straight to you, Cross. What are you thinking about this fight? If you know anything about these two, I know they've had few fights in the UFC, but they're not really prolific like that, especially in that division, for me to know that much about them. But what are you thinking about this fight?
So, I mean, I've seen both of them fight. I'll say the Knudsen, the girl from Sweden, man, she just comes out and goes after girls. She's not a big finisher, but she's very aggressive, comes forward, and really comes to fight. And I really like that. So I'm going with her probably by decision.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Knudsen. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I can't even say. One of the reasons you look at some of the I'm looking at her record right now. Beating Polastri, she beat Manik Man and Isis Vibe Big, but again, this is a toss of a coin for me. I ain't even gonna lie to you, lot, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with Knudsen, man. We're gonna ride with Knudsen and just get on with it like that. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go to the next one. That's why it's the first fight of the night. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's the first fight of the night for a reason. You know, they're gonna work their way up for where I gotta get a little bit more invested in what they do. But yeah. Okay. We got David Grant versus Tavares. David Grant coming in with a record of 13-7, and Tavares coming in with a record of 10-2. As you see the style on these fighters, Tavares coming as a southpaw, and David Grant with an unorthodox style. This fight is happening in the bantamweight division, people. Like I said, we don't have the live odds for you, so bear with us on that because we don't have Jordan on tonight. But I'm gonna go first on this one because Cross went first the last time. I am gonna go with yeah, you know what? Let's support the UK, man. Bring David Grant in this thing, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna go.
I knew you were gonna do it. I knew you were gonna do it. I knew you were gonna do it.
Oh my god! You know what? I nearly threw him under the bus, and I thought, you know what? No. Let's roll with him. Let's go with David Grant. And look, he has a bit more experience than Tavares. Obviously, Tavares can come in and still do damage. You know, he got them hands. But David Grant also, it's not easy one to get out of there. It's one of the reasons why I'm looking at it like that. He's a tough guy to get out of there. And I think he might give Tavares a good run for his money. He's going to be my first underdog as well. So yeah, he's a good underdog to have. And who knows? He might even get my dog of the week. I don't know yet because all my dog of the week I ended up in smoke. Bro, you're the only one that came back last week. And I told you that I said I was going to come back here and say I told you so about Volkov. And Volkov got robbed. You man laughed at me in the chat. But will you be man enough to say Volkov got robbed, bro? And he won that fight fair and square against Gan. Before we move on.
I can definitely be man enough and say Volkov won the fight and he got robbed. But I will say this, though. it was one. I think it was round 2. I think the fight came down to round 2, and that was the swing round. But I definitely had Volkov winning the fight for sure.
Yeah, 100%. That's the homie right there, man. He came correct. I said Volkov won. I kind of knew it in my bones, man. Like the way Volkov's been fighting and his activity, and just the way he's been, even with the reach and stuff, like the way he manages distances, he's fighting with so much better IQ than people are willing to give him credit for. I can see it, but if people can look past it and really look at what he's doing, I think you'll find that Volkov is a much different fighter to the one that lost to Derek Lewis or even Aspinall. I'm not saying he's going to go back in there and now beat Aspinall because he's gotten so much better, but I think he's been a better fighter since that fight against Aspinall. And you got to give him credit for that. Okay. So in this fight, who you picking, Grant or Tavares? Where are you going?
So, man, Davy Grant, very dangerous guy, very fun fighter as well. On the feet is a lot of fun. And then I know he's a BJJ guy. So when the fight goes to the ground, he's just very dangerous, looking to submit guys, and got a bunch of submissions on his record. But, he's 38 years old at bantamweight, and that's an age that's very old at such a small weight class. So I'm going to go with Tavares.
Okay. No, those are really, really good points here. All right, let's go on to the next one here. We got Miranda Maverick versus Jamie Lynn. Jamie Lynn is coming in with, hold on, let me see this here. Jamie Lynn coming in with a record of 16-5, and we got Jamie Lynn coming in with a record of 7-1, and Miranda Maverick coming in with a record of 16-5. Miranda Maverick with Muay Thai style, and with the Southpaw style, and kickboxer over here in Jamie Lynn with the unorthodox style. These Miranda Maverick are no trains out there in Denver with Coach J-Hop over there in Denver, and she's been doing all right. She's been doing well. She's on a nice little run. And I don't think there's many in her division that can really stop her when she gets going. She's really, really good on the ground. She can mix it up on the feet, but I mean, her ground game is where her real strength is. And I think this bout here is not going to be no different in how she applies her skill set. So I'm going to be going with Miranda Maverick here. What do you say?
So for me in this fight, man, I know Jamie Lynn Horst, she's just coming off that close decision win. I think it was UFC Edmonton card here not too long ago. Like Miranda Maverick, but for me, like I feel like she's always undersized in all of her fights. And the fight she's lost, I spoke about this on my preview video that I did. Shout out, it's on the Crossover MMA YouTube channel. Go check that out.
Go check it out.
Absolutely. But and then like I just saw the ceremonial weigh-ins, and Hort is so much bigger than her, bro, and like it's just making me a little nervous. But I'm gonna go with Miranda Maverick here. I think she's the more skilled fighter, but the lack of size and strength like that pretty much gets her in trouble in a lot of fights.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. As they say, every fight starts standing, but when you have a way to get it down to the mat and neutralize that advantage of the height, then you really bring the opponent into your world, and you start to apply your skills and dominate in those situations. All right, let's go on to the next one.
And before we move on, I gotta shout out everybody in the chat, man. I just hit 400 subs while we were on the show, so just shout out to everybody and thank you to everybody for helping me out.
No, big love, man. You know what I mean? Look at that. And my man just hit 400 subs. Salute. And let's keep it growing for Crossover MMA. Let's keep it going, man. It does big work and we're going to be doing incredible work next year as well, man. Salute to you. Okay, we got Miles Jones versus Felipe Lima. Miles Jones coming in with a record of 15-2. Felipe Lima with a record of 13-1. Felipe Lima, a striker, unorthodox style. Miles Jones also unorthodox style with a wrestler, as a wrestler. And these two, as you can see on the stats board, I mean, they you see Felipe coming in there with a four TKOs, 3 subs, 6 decisions. Miles 9 decisions, 2 wins by sub, and 4 TKOs. So they both got hands, and they can finish in different ways. What are you seeing here, Cross, and who you pick?
So I'll go first off, man. I'll tell you now, like, to me, Felipe Lima looked amazing in his UFC debut. He took the fight on short notice, came in and got a win. And I mean, looked really good. Young fighter. Like, I'm very excited about him. So I'm going Felipe Lima here. I'm expecting, us to see a really good fight here. I think the guy's got skills everywhere on the feet and on the ground, but I'm definitely a fan of Felipe Lima.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm gonna go with Felipe Lima as well for near enough all those reasons you mentioned. There's just something about him and the way he approaches his fight. It's almost like he's the calmest in the chaos. You know what I mean? This guy is so calm in the chaos. And Miles Jones is a bit of a chaotic fighter. That's always because he's looking to set up that level change to really get you down, you know. So, but there's something with Felipe Lima. He's just calm in the chaos, and I think he's gonna play into Lima's hands the way Miles Jones fights. I think he's gonna play into his hands. So yeah, I'm gonna be going with Lima as well. Okay, let's get down to the next fight. We've got Sean Woodson versus Fernando Padilla. Fernando Padilla coming in with a record of 16-5. Woodson with a record of 12-1, 1 no contest. Woodson is a freestyler, and we got Padilla with a mixed, well, Muay Thai movement. We got Padilla's coming with a TKO, 5 TKOs, 9 subs, and 2 decisions. And we got Woodson with 3 TKOs, 1 sub, 8 decisions. So that lets you know Woodson is a decision, is a point. This guy can outpoint most fighters. Have you ever seen somebody so uncomfortably built for 145? Like,
no, why Sean Woodson got to catch a stray like that? Hey, it's so funny, but hey, you're not wrong at all, bro. You ain't wrong at all. It's so true.
I've never seen somebody so uncomfortably built for 145. It's crazy, bro. But
it's wild.
Having said that, he goes in there and gets the job done. He finds a way to outpoint these guys. He finds a way to get that W on them. I don't think this one's going to be any different. I'm going with Sean Woodson. But yeah, every time I see that guy, I'm thinking, boy, like, how are you comfortable in your own skin, in your own build, in your own frame? How are you comfortable with that, bro? Like, I don't get it. Please.
Yeah. Dude, you're definitely not wrong. He looks like he was created in a lab somewhere, dude. Like it just doesn't fit. But I'm with you, man. Like, he doesn't have a lot of power, but that reach and that length, and he fights so long with his jab and a lot of the teeps. Shout out to MMA Nominally in the chat as well. Shout out to him. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm going with Sean Woodson.
Yeah, man, for real. All right. The bout that you've been waiting for, the one that you're really looking forward to, is right here. And let's go ahead and look at the stats here. We got Joel Alvarez coming with a record of 21-3. Drakkar Klose coming with a record of 15-2, 1 no contest. Close is a striker. We got Alvarez coming with a as a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Both of them unorthodox stance. And we see Draka coming with a 6 TKO, 0 subs, 9 decisions, and Joe Alvarez with all kinds of submissions there, 17 subs, 4 TKO. You said it about this guy. You told everyone what this guy is like on the mat. And his record there ain't lying. Talk to us.
So, I mean, as we saw, man, he's a 6'3" lightweight, which is massive for the division. And I mean, you see all the submissions. The guy is very dangerous off of his feet. I know he took a tough loss against Arman Sarukian, but as you guys see, we see how good Arman Sarukian is. Oh, yeah. So I'm a believer in Joel Alvarez, and I'm taking him to win in this fight. And I just I think the potential's there for him, but at the same time, Jakar Close is a very dangerous opponent.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can't. It's hard. It's hard to just to look past Alvarez here, and if he carries on in this vein, there's no reason why he can't be calling out some of the top echelons of that division. You know what I mean? I think he's somebody that you got to keep an eye on him, man. He's one of the most dangerous guys over there as he makes his way up the top. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on that fight too. But I am with you. I'm going with Alvarez on that one. Okay. On to the next one here. We got Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson versus Othman Azaita. Othman Azaita coming in with a record of 13-2. Michael Johnson with a record of 23-19. Michael Johnson is a wrestler. Azaita, a striker. And the stances for Michael Johnson is southpaw, and we got Azaita coming in with the switch stance. Azaita coming in with 10 TKOs, 2 subs, 1 decision, and Michael Johnson 12 decisions, 2 subs, 9 TKOs. So both of these brothers, what I took from that, they both got hands. They can knock each other out. You know what I mean? While the fight's going, but one other advantage that I see over there with Michael Johnson is the wrestling ability to be able to take Azaita down and get the job done that way. You went last on the last bout, so I'm gonna go first on this one. Even though I say Michael Johnson got that advantage, I do need an underdog. Azaita fits the profile.
Yeah.
And sometimes, especially when I look at who's been knocked out more out of the two, Johnson's definitely seen the inside of he's seen the shadow realm more than most. So you know what? If there's a chance that somebody's gonna knock someone out, it's gonna be Azaita knocking out Michael Johnson. And I like Michael Johnson. He's been in the game a long time from his days on Ultimate Fighter, man. He's been around a long time. But it's another one that you gotta be thinking at some point you gotta hang up them gloves, man. You know what I mean? You gotta hang it up. But for me on this fight, I'm gonna be going with Othman Azaita. What about you?
So for me, I'm actually going with Michael Johnson by the exact same reason. So Othman Azaita, man, he got knocked out brutally in his last 2 fights. And, as you already said, Michael Johnson got hands. That left straight is one of the straightest, one of the cleanest in the game. And it's very underrated. And Michael Johnson still got those fast hands. The thing about Michael Johnson is once he gets a little bit of adversity, he kind of wilts a little bit in the past, but in his last few fights when he's come up against some adversity, he's remained in there and just shown that he's still got that dog in him. So I'm going with Michael Johnson.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I respect him a lot. He's been in the game a long time, I've always respected this game. It's just a case of, both of these are going to have a chance to test each other's chin, and I'm looking forward to it, though. I am looking forward to it. Okay, let's go on to the next one here. Oh yeah, we've done that one. Okay, we got Navajo Sterling versus Tuko Tokos. We got Tuko coming with a record of 10-4. Navajo coming with a record of 5-0. This is happening in light heavyweight division. Tokos coming is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, and Navajo is a kickboxer. Both coming with unorthodox stances. Toko got 6 TKOs, 2 submissions, 2 decisions, and we got Navajo here with 4 TKOs and 1 decision. So it's not really seen a lot of fights here to be facing somebody like a Tuko. What are you saying on these two? I mean, I've heard a lot about this Sterling lad, right? Is it all hype like that? Askura that we saw against Pantoja the other day. Like, talk to me about this guy and how you think this is gonna go.
So I saw Sterling on Contender Series when he fought, and very big, very long. Definitely has power in his hands. Definitely a dangerous striker. Looks like he could have the goods at 205, and I mean that was just 2 months ago when he fought on Contender Series and got like a first round KO. So I think they're ready, trying to make the push, trying to get that next up and coming guy out of the New Zealand, Australian area, and I'm looking forward to seeing this performance. But I'm going with Sterling here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with Sterling as well. Like I said, and this is just me. I ain't even seen him on Contender Series. I'm just going off the hype that that I've heard, and I'm willing to give him a chance as well to see what he's really about and see if he's really about that hype. And that's why I'm going with him. If he was fighting somebody as made as, say, I don't know, someone made at the 205, then maybe not. But not like everybody was giving Asakura that chance against Pantoja.
Yeah.
Like, what is you lot doing? You know what I mean? This is a title fight, but in this case, you can kind of, there's not a lot at stake. He's just making a debut, he's just making, and that's it. So I want to see if he's really all about that hype, and hopefully he proves us right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one there. Right, we got this next fight on the docket. This is the one I'm really looking forward to. Adrian Yanez versus Daniel Marcos. Daniel Marcos coming in with a record of 16-0, so he's undefeated. And we got Adrian Yanez coming in with a record of 17-5. Adrian with 11 TKOs, 2 submissions, 4 decisions. And we got Daniel here with a 8 TKOs, 8 decisions, no submissions. This fight is happening in the bantamweight division, and both of these guys, as we know, got hands. Like I said earlier on, for me, Adrian was doing so good until he ran into Rob Font, and that fight where his leg. What did they fight? Yeah, it was Rob Font that chewed up his legs.
No. That was Jonathan Martinez.
Was it Martinez that chewed his legs up?
Martinez, yeah, that was Jonathan Martinez.
Oh yeah, that fight there, bro. That's probably one of the hardest fights to watch when you talk about like what just. And I was begging him like, bro, just switch stance. Even if for 5 seconds. Switch stance. He kept that leg there, that lead leg there, and that lead leg got destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. And I thought to myself, boy, I don't know what happened to my boy here. All he had to do was switch stance and you give yourself another chance, another 5 minutes or something, and he didn't do it, So, but definitely saw that in his last fight against Salvador, where, he moves out of the way quite a bit. Now you're not really getting at them leg kicks because they started coming for that leg kick again. Like, see if you're gonna leave that leg there, but he's moving out of the way. He's switching stances, so that bit of that wrinkle of fight IQ is added to to his fight game now. But then you think with the experience that he's got, really and truly, that should already be in your locker. It shouldn't take Jonathan Martinez having to teach you that for you to start implementing that in your game, you know. But I understand why he plants that lead leg there so much, because obviously you need that to generate the power in them hands. And we know how much of a knockout artist and how much it depends on his hands when he's out there competing. But Adrian is a fantastic geezer, and he's a top guy. And yeah, I'm gonna pick him to win this fight. It's gonna be a tough one for him, but I'm sticking with him. Don't change your mind. I'm sticking with him. I'm gonna go with Adrian. What about you?
So for me, I'm very much looking forward to this fight as well, man. I'm a big Adrian Yanez fan as well. The reason why I know that fight, we remembered that fight so well, that Jonathan Martinez, Adrian Yanez fight, I have it bookmarked in my on my playlist. Like it's because I like me some leg kicks, so I definitely go back and watch that one.
Wow.
But to get back to this fight though, man, Adrian Yanez got some really crisp boxing, very good boxing, very good hands, nice jab. The big right straight is good. And, like he got a win out in his last fight after taking those 2 losses in a row. And hopefully, he can start to build a little bit of momentum, because before those 2 losses, Yanez was starting to make a little push at bantamweight. And hopefully he can get back on that and he can go on another run here at bantamweight.
Yeah, man. Obviously, like you said, the trajectory that Rob Font was on and the trajectory that he was on, it was like, okay, one of you is going to be one of you two, but neither of them are there now. You know what I mean? But them two really had that trajectory going for them, but for some reason it's kind of stunted a little bit. Hopefully they can pick it back up, especially Adrian. I really fuck with Adrian, and I hope he can pull this one out of the bag. All right, we have the next fight right here on the docket. We got Vitor Petrino versus Dustin Jacoby. Dustin coming in with a record of 19-9, 1 no contest, and we got Vitor Petrino coming in with a record of 11-1. Petrino is a striker. Both of them are strikers, really, and both of them with unorthodox stances. Petrino with 7 TKOs, 1 sub, 3 decisions, and we got Dustin with 12 TKOs, 1 sub, 6 decisions. This is going to be a good fight, especially with Petrino coming off that loss, because he looked real good until
he met Anthony Smith. Like, what was he thinking in that fight, bro?
Oh my god, bro. Until he met Anthony Smith, that everybody just keeps putting away right now, bro. And he must still be kicking himself right now. He must be. Like, why me? But look, on Anthony Smith's day, he's no joke. So, he caught Petrino on a very good day. That's what I'm putting down. But on this one, I'm going to go with Petrino on this one, man. I don't see any other way. I think Petrino gets back to his very best. The way he was putting people like Modestas, because he was making it look easy. He made things look easy in there, man. And I think he's going to get back to his very self, because that submission from Anthony Smith, it just caught him out.
Yep.
Caught him out. Yep. So yeah, I'm definitely good. I mean, Jacoby got one win in 5. I don't know, bro. This guy could get caught. It could get caught out. What's your take?
So for me, man, I think Petrino definitely needs to bounce back after that loss to Anthony Smith. I know Dustin Jacoby has been in there. I mean, guy's been in there with Alex Pereira in kickboxing. So I mean, he's definitely, competent on the feet, has a good feel of the range and the distance, but I think like his power hasn't really just been able to back guys up off of him. So I think early in the fight, Jacoby can give Petrino a little bit of issues with the feints and the distance management, but ultimately I'm going to go with Vitor Petrino.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody in the chat. Everybody that's lighting up the chat. The boy Olin MMA normally. If you guys ain't followed him yet, make sure you get over there and show that brother some love. Hey, yo, Beans MMA. I told you in that comment that you dropped in this morning, wash your mouth out, son. You know what I mean? Trying to talk about Usman like that. What's wrong with you? Stop it. But big up yourself, though. Big up yourself. Beans MMA, my big love, my bro. Salutes for always showing love to the channel. Okay, let's get back to the rest of this card. Which one do we got next? Manel Kape. Yeah, Manel Kape. We got Manel Kape versus Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva coming with a record of 14-5, 2-no contest. Manel Kape with a record of 19-7. Manel Kape coming with a southpaw stance, and Bruno with the unorthodox stance. Bruno with 60 KO, 4 subs, 4 decision, and we got Manel Kape with 11 TKOs, 5 subs, 3 decisions. This fight is happening in the flyweight, people. This fight, I think, is gonna be crazier than people giving it credit for, but I really see this fight being a wild one. He's gonna be trying to come back from that dirty fight with Mokaev, you know.
Yep.
He's gonna want to put on a hell of a performance from that dirty fight he had against Mokaev. It was a stink fest. Nobody liked it. They gave us all this crazy hype, you know, always dragging security, UFC security around and everything. And then they got into the cage and they did nothing. But we know Manel Kape don't get down like that. We know Manel Kape don't really move like that. We know what he's like in the cage. He gets in the paint. You know what I mean? He really gets amongst it. And he didn't get to showcase that in his last fight. And I'm sure he'd be itching to show that in this fight. And that's why I'm going to be going with Manel Kape. What about you?
So I couldn't agree more with all you said about the Muhammad Mokaev fight and all of that, bro. I'm fully on board behind you with that. And I definitely think Manel Kape wants to come out, make a statement. You know, the flyweight division is pretty much open for anybody, like literally like 1-2 wins and you can get a title fight at flyweight. So if you know, Manel Kape gets a win here, I think he will need one more win, because I think, and this is just my opinion, I think the next title fight at flyweight should definitely be Kai France. So after that, you know, Manel Kape gets him a win, he can be the right guy to get another title shot. But I'm going with Manel Kape as well.
Yeah, he definitely needs it. He needs this win to at least, even if it's a backup situation for, say, Kai France going into the fight with Pantoja. It could be a backup. It could be a backup if he gets a really good win here. But he needs a fantastic win here to even get the chance of being a backup for that title fight, for whenever that title fight, you know, ends up happening. So yeah, you make a really good point there. Look, I love these two fighters. Absolutely love these two guys. But I don't know how they come in event on this bout. I don't know how this just ended up being co-main on this card here, man. But hey, I ain't hunting them. Like, the matchmakers, they do their thing. We got Swanson here versus Billy Quarantillo. Billy Quarantillo with a record of 18-6. Cobb with a record of 29-14. Cobb's a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Both of them coming with unorthodox stances. Cobb with 13 TKO, 4 subs, 12 decisions, and Billy with a 8 TKO, 5 subs, 5 decisions. Yeah, what are you thinking on this fight? Where are you going?
So I'll tell you why this fight's the co-main event, because you know, Cub Swanson's 41 years old, so there's a good chance he could be, you know, putting the gloves down after this fight. And honestly, I think the matchmaking is very good, because I mean, Cub Swanson, as we all know, fun fighter in action fights. Billy Q is always about high pressure, high pace. So it should be a fun fight. It looks like it's going to be a very fun fight. And, you know, we'll see what happens at the end of it. But for me, I think Billy Q's just pressure and pace is just going to wear down Cub. And at some point, I think he's going to get a little bit of fatigue. And that's when Billy Q is going to get ahead of him. So I'm going to go with Billy Q.
Look, I like Cobb, but their last 5 records is so identical, man. Both of these guys so identical in the things that they bring to the table. But I'm gonna go with Cop Killer Swanson. I mean, looking at it here, lost to Andre Fili, beat Hakeem Dawodu, which was a very, very good win for him, by the way, beating Hakeem Dawodu. And then lost to Jonathan Martinez, Darren Elkins, beat Darren Elkins. So it's been like a win-loss thing. His last one of his earlier losses was Giga Chikate, and we know why that would have been the same. I mean, that Giga kick against Cobb. So I see Cobb wins when he took Giga kick there, but the way he wins, he just went down like dog. I can't take no more. I'm out. I'm done. But yeah, like you said, this might be the last one where he lays his gloves down. Not many people gets to walk away with a win from their career, especially in this sport. It's so rare to see, to go out on a win on your own terms. So, but I want Cobb to do it. I really want him to stop, but maybe a win here could help him do it. It's so hard to say against somebody like a Billy, though, who's really, really active as well and still kind of in the mix of it. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Cobb, though, but this is for nostalgic reasons. No other reason.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough. I can respect it.
Yeah, man. Okay. People, we've come to the final bout of the evening. And big up to my boy Crossover for doing this with me. Salute to you, my bro. We got Colby Chaos Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. These two here, they've been yapping, they've been going back and forth. Joaquin coming to a record of 20-6. Colby coming to a record of 17-4. Colby is a wrestler as well now. We know Joaquin is a striker. Joaquin, for people that don't really know him, he is famous for that big ass kick that he gave to Impact Sangane. A shot in his lights out like that. Joaquin's coming over with 14 TKOs, 6 decisions. We got Colby with 3 TKOs, 5 subs, 9 decisions. So one thing we do know about Colby is a pressure fighter, just like you just described with Billy Quarantillo here. But the amount of pressure that Colby puts on you is crazy. He's relentless. He stays in your face. But somebody like Joaquin Buckley, he's got one-shot power that can just shut your lights out, just like that, and is very, very capable of doing such craziness, you know, on his night. To do what he did, I think knocking out Wonder Boy, that's his second time in Wonder Boy's illustrious career that he got knocked out. Anthony Pettis was the first one to knock him out, if I'm not mistaken, right? So Wonder Boy doesn't really get knocked out like that, but that just goes to show you the type of power that Joaquin Buckley carries, right? But Colby, on the other hand, again, you don't really see him get knocked out that often. Maybe he took one from Usman in recent time, but you don't really get Colby. You don't really see Colby getting knocked out. He just overwhelms you with pressure. But the thing for me, I'm looking at Colby here, and I'm saying, you've only lost to champions, and everybody else you've beat. You know what I mean? You've only lost to champions, bro. Like you fought Usman twice, and you lost to Edwards. That's it. And you know, there's that thing about being a champion that elevates your game, elevates your confidence, elevates your mindset to believe in yourself even more than your own capabilities. You know, it's almost like a delusion on steroids, if you like. But then again, it's confidence on steroids, whichever way you want to look at it. Just thinking of from a psyche standpoint, right? Colby I think has what it takes to stop Joaquin Buckley. And I think he does that this weekend. I'm picking Colby.
Interesting. So I hear you. You say he's only lost to champions, right? Well, I'm gonna raise you a point. Colby Covington has no wins over anybody still in the UFC. I think maybe one, maybe RDA. If RDA is still fighting, I know he just had the injury, so RDA might be done. But that's Colby's only win over anybody in the UFC.
Does Masvidal coming back? Does that count?
I mean, I don't think that counts until he actually has a fight.
I'm reaching. I know I'm reaching.
So then on top of, we also got to think Joaquin Buckley used to fight at middleweight. Since coming down to welterweight, the brother's 5-0, and it's looked like a completely different guy, looking like this is actually his real weight class. And you know, coming off a KO of Wonderboy is something that nobody else had done at welterweight. He's the only guy to knock out Wonderboy outside of Anthony Pettis. But I mean, Joaquin's just been on a run. He's got a lot of momentum right now. And you know, like 170, we need some new blood.
Too. You got that chip on the shoulder.
Yeah. And we need new blood in division. Like the division's starting to turn over with Ian Gary, Shavkat, you know, Michael Morales, Carlos Prates. Like you know, all this new blood is coming in. So I'm going with Joaquin Buckley, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, you make a very, very good case for Joaquin, and he's definitely got the capabilities of getting it done. It's just a case of, bro, I want to see you against a championship level fighter. I've not really seen Joaquin in no 5-round deep water. I've seen Colby there many times against people.
Impa Kasama now is a champion.
Power, so
he was in PFL. Impa's a champion, and you saw what he did to him.
You're
right?
reaching like I just reached about Masvidal. You're reaching like I just reached for Masvidal, boy. All right, that's a clap back. Yeah, I get it. You know, I take that on board, but that's a reach as well. Still, that's a reach. But yeah, you know what? It's going to be very, very interesting this weekend. It's going to be fantastic to see people. Make sure that you tune in this weekend. UFC Tampa, Colby versus Buckley is going to be crazy. And like Cross said to you earlier on, go check out his channel. He's done a preview on there as well, people. Make sure you go and show him some love. He's just hit 400 subs. Make sure we try and get him to the next milestone. The next milestone, people. 500 and 1,000, and we keep rising up his channel like that. His channel deserves it. He does great work on there, people. So make sure you go show him that love. Now, before we get out of here, I need to ask you who your dog of the week is.
Adrian Yanez.
I
know you like it.
Yeah, I do. You know what? I am gonna go with I was gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go with Colby. He's the underdog coming into this as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Colby. It's this card is so interesting in so many ways. I can't wait for the recap because some of the things that we probably thought was gonna happen is probably gonna go left.
Always. That's every weekend, right?
That's MMA. That's MMA, man. It's why I love this so much. It's why I'm in last place as well, people. It's why I'm in last fucking place. Because everything went left is so bad. But big up everybody that's been in chat with us this evening. Salute to every single one of you. You guys are the best. Let me quickly come to the chat and see what people's been saying before we get out of here. Leroy said this will show us if Buckley is ready for top 5 or not. Bro, yep, you are right. Ola Hill, big up yourself. What in the hell is that profile pic? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Who the fuck did this to me? Who did this to me? Why Why would you do? Why you do that to me, man? You know what I mean? I know. I said something about Angela, but god damn, you came up fast with that one, man. I said something about Angela. This is what I get. This is how you man. Oh, you man are terrible. You man are bad. You man are horrible, man. But boy, big love for everybody that's stuck in there with us. Look at this. Hashtag last place. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Yeah. This is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Disgrace here. Huh? Jesus. Anyways, what's the score for the comp? Who's asking? Hey, Leroy, why do you think I would want to show that? Like, why do I want to put? You know what? All right, since you asked very nicely, there you go, people. I'm buried in fourth place. I'm buried in fourth place. Yeah, buried in last place. Hashtag last place. Yeah, that's why I'm buried. You happy now, Leroy? You happy now? I'm ending the fucking stream. Hasta la vista. Goodbye.